Last of Us 2. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. If this is your first video you've seen of me, then leave a like, subscribe if you are new. If you're new to this series but have subscribed to my channel before, then welcome to Go Game Go Home. This is where we review games and just talk about them and see how, like, my thoughts on them, see what your thoughts are on them. Leave them in the comment area. Just tell me what you think about the game if you played it, and if you haven't, then I suggest you clicking away because there will be spoilers in this about the story and the characters and stuff like that, just to let you know. So apart from that, Last of Us 2, one of the most disappointing games of the century, or if not, probably even of all time. I'll be very honest with you. The game was hyped up to be one of just like a masterpiece, just like the first one. It was meant to be a masterpiece, but it didn't hold up the same level of respect, and there's another word I want to use, but it's just, let's just say respect. It just didn't hold up the same level than it did compared to one. One was brilliant, best top 10, probably 5 games of all time. It was brilliant, let's just be real, it was brilliant. If you played it, if you know, you know. If you haven't played it, then go play it. Forget to, just play it. Pretty much, the only good things about this game was, one, graphics. Graphics was top quality, I'm not gonna lie, it was so sick. Especially, like, I got a gaming monitor, so it really came through, and I think even if you have a normal monitor or normal TV, it will come through. It was just that good. 2 was the open world and free roaming kind of aspect of the game. Usually in the first one was a lot more linear. This one you're able to explore a lot more, especially when you get to, I think, Seattle or Chicago? No, Seattle, where day 2 as Ellie, I believe, or day 1, either one, where you're just like surrounded by all the tall buildings. You're able to go to like all these different sections. Let's say you need to power up a generator somewhere, you need to go to another building in order to collect a key, probably fight a hive there, then come back to the generator just to open up like a side area or something like that. And in that side area you'd be rewarded with crafting components, skill points, the comic books, maybe collectibles, and just many different stuff, or maybe a new weapon. Like, that's what I liked about it. You have to go somewhere else, do your business, come back, and you get rewarded. It wasn't hard, like, it was simple. World in general was just beautiful. Let me just be real, it was beautiful. For a post-apocalyptic world, it was beautiful. The jump scares were cool, some of the characters were cool, some very just slim amount of characters, small amount of characters were fun. Like, literally, some enemies were really annoying, but I didn't mind them after a while because I got used to them. Fighting mechanics was cool. There's a little bit some problems here and there with the fighting, like I'll hit and then the last hit I'll do just won't register sometimes, and then I get hit, and since I played on the hardest difficulty, it'll be pretty much a one-hit kill on me. So, but yeah, apart from that, it was fine. Shooting was sick. I liked the crawling mechanic, that wasn't in the first one from what I remember, but yeah, it was sick. Like, though that half the side of the game, just pretty much gameplay in general, was actually pretty solid, and it's what I can give respect to in this game. However, what brings the game down, it doesn't even bring it down, it kills the game, it literally kills the game, is the story. It was just so poor, it was written poorly, it was just, there's a lot of things in this game. The story is just bad. This is literally, I'll give you the prime example. This is probably what Naughty Dog did when they first started how to make the game, probably 7 years ago, yeah, before we even got today. This is what they did. Alright guys, so who wants to give us a storyline for Last of Us 2? Remember, it has to be epic like the first one and make it a master class kind of material. Steve, tell me what you have. Alright boss, so how about we use one of the main characters, or not one of, the main character from the first one, play as him as for like about, let's say, 2 hours, then use the second main character from the first one, hence Ellie, make her the main protagonist by killing Joe with the antagonist, but before you get to the antagonist, you play 15 hours as Ellie, then you swap to the antagonist and make them the protagonist for pretty much half of the game. You got your promotion. That's pretty much how the game literally broke down. It was just, it made no sense. It really made little sense. I had to play as Ellie to the thing is, yeah, the story in the first half made sense. I wouldn't mind if it was just a simple just kill everyone for Joel. That's it. I wouldn't mind that. So basically what happens in the beginning of the game, you play as Joel for a bit, like literally about 2-3 hours as Joel, and then unfortunately he dies. Unfortunate, it happens. He's one of the most beloved game characters pretty much of all time. One of, I didn't say is, but one of. He literally is one of. And unfortunately he got killed by Abby, the antagonist, or pretty much the main villain of this game, and it's the whole reason why this pretty much the whole game is centered around. It's because of her. And as Ellie, you witnessed this unfortunate death of pretty much a father figure to you, and now you feel like you have to go on a vengeance to find Abby and kill her and all her friends that were there to witness that and pretty much take part in that. Now this is where it pretty much goes wrong. You pretty much scratch off the list of the names of people who were around that vicinity who killed pretty much Joel, and pretty much Abby's at the very bottom of the list, so you won't get to her for quite a while in this game. You play literally 15 hours of this game as Ellie, killing off everyone else. You meet random other factions and that, which is cool, and then yeah, then you reach, like, let's say pretty much dead bang in the middle of the game. Out of nowhere, you transition from Ellie, the main character of this game, and the whole point why you should be playing the game in the first place, to Abby, to try and, I guess, have sympathy, or is it remorse, or some sort of feeling about her and her character past, because her dad died because Joel saved Ellie in the last one. That was the whole ending of the first game. I hope I'm making sense here. But Abby was the daughter, about to say son, was the daughter of that doctor, and obviously she just couldn't let it go, so she goes on a vengeance and kills Joel. Simple as. And that's why we have the second game in the first place. And the thing is, when you play as her, you play after her getting Joel. That's what I didn't understand. Like, why do I care? I don't care about all her friends dying. I don't care the fact that she got kicked out of her group. Like, pretty much at the end of the game, she gets kicked out of her group. Like, what baffles me the most is that no one wins in this game. Like, you don't win. You, the person playing the game probably, or even watching it, you just don't win. Like, no one wins at the end of this game. And that's what frustrates me the most, because Ellie, you play as Ellie and you went pretty much the whole way crossing off the list of killing everyone who got in your way or who's associated with Abby, just not to kill Abby at the end. That's literally the main point of why so many people were angry. You literally went through all this way to almost get killed, because, to be quite fair, Abby almost killed Ellie at one point, and almost killed her baby mum, or pretty much her girlfriend, who was pregnant by another guy, and you got spared. Even if the game ended there, I would have just been like, alright, cool, I have to deal with it now. Sure, Ellie's girlfriend Dina, who had the baby, and yeah, I wouldn't mind that. At least she's living a peaceful life. Don't have to go back after her. It's a little bit weak, but I prefer that than for me to now wait in the house. Tommy comes in. Tommy unfortunately got shot, but he still lives it throughout the whole game. Tommy comes in the house of the new area that you live in and stuff, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, we got more news on Abby, let's go hunt her down. Or pretty much you have to hunt her down because I've got a limp, so I can't really do much. And then Ellie reconsiders that after getting spared. Your girlfriend was on the line of, and on top of it, you reconsider it. You go back out there, find her, and the thing is, even before you go out there and try and find her, Dina pretty much says, I can't really be doing this anymore. It was years ago you let this go, and now you're going back out there, and then you're just like, yep, I'm convinced I have to get closure for Joel's death, which is understandable. I'm like, cool. You go back out there, you do a whole bunch of pretty much useless missions. You find Abby and her companion, and you didn't kill them. What was the whole point of me playing it in the first place? For you just to forgive her. That's pretty much the end of the game. You forgive Abby because you had your memories of Joel, and that's it. And the thing is, half of the game as well, you play in the past, not even in the present. You play in the past. It was just so weak, man. It made me so angry, that the fact that you went through all of this, you killed off all her brethrens, you killed off just countless people, anyone who got in your way. You was on a warpath just at the end to forgive her. Why? What's the point? You might as well just reverse all of that and just let them live. There was no point. There was literally no point. And on top of it, you made me play as Abby, the person literally after Joel's death. And then you want to play as younger Abby as well, and then all hers. And the thing is, her side of the story was just so useless to play as, because half the time it was mostly about relationships and her past. And then it really hurts my head because this game was just so stupid. Just leave a comment, and yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. I'm sorry that I'm heated.